guys, so as promised, this video actually is going to teach you how do you calculate WACC, and at the same time, remember I told you that in this video also I'm going to show you how to calculate cost of convertible debts, right? So when it comes to convertible debt, guys, how is it similar or how is it different from your uh, normal debt? Okay, so how is it similar and how is it different? Okay, it is similar or it is different because when you talk about the similarities, okay, the concept of calculating the cost of convertible debt is exactly the same where you use the IRR approach. So give me a moment, let me just write it down for you. Okay, so it is similar to normal debts or normal loan notes because you use the same concept, yield to maturity. So now the next question is, how is it different from the cost of normal loan notes? Okay, so guys, when you do this question, it is year, cash flow, discount factor at 5%, present value, discount factor at 6%, present value. Now, year 0, year 1 to X number of years, and X. Here would be market value. Here would be interest 1 minus T, and here redemption value. So then you might ask me, so Miss, what's the difference? Okay, here's the difference. Now, when you calculate your redemption value, you must be sure to compare within, number one, the conversion value and the par or premium or discount. And you must remember, you must choose the higher of. So when you calculate this, always remember to choose the higher of either one of it. So let's say your conversion value is higher, then you choose conversion value. If your par, premium or discount is higher, you choose the par, premium or the discount. So guys, to cover this area here, conversion value, this is something that we have covered under chapter 12, sources of finance. It's exactly the same. There isn't any difference, okay? When calculating the conversion value, you must remember the method that you use to calculate the conversion value is, okay, share price multiply 1 plus G to the power of N multiply number of shares. So you will get what is your conversion value. Example, let's say your share price is 450. Guys, these are all things that I plucked from my head. Okay, there isn't anything here as a reference, no question as a reference. So don't worry if you're going to ask me where it comes from, it's from my mind. Okay, multiply 1.05 to the power of N, and let's say it's maturing in 5 years. Multiply by the number of shares. Let's say it's 20. So your conversion value is 114.86. Assuming this is at par, which is $100. This is 114.86. So you choose the higher of 114.86 or $100. So of course the higher would be 114. So your redemption value would be the conversion value. Okay, so guys, please pay attention. Please pay attention to all these little figures, these little things here that are different from one another. So there isn't a major difference actually. There isn't a major difference. The only difference that you have is the difference between the redemption value. You just need to calculate an additional value, which is your conversion value, and you compare it with your par premium or your discount. Okay? So remember to pay attention to the little parts that may affect your answer. Okay, guys? So far so good, all right? So it's quite funny because in a recording, I can't say I'll re-explain. So probably I need to say maybe you can pause and rewind and rewatch it. Yeah. Anyways, okay. So now the next part, the most important part for us, is to learn how to calculate the WACC. Oops. So when it comes to WACC calculation, your weighted average, cost of capital. Okay, what is important? Okay, your WACC. What is important is, so guys, I need to introduce to you the formula method, and I would introduce to you the shortcut approach to calculate WACC. Yeah, so the formula method, okay, to calculate WACC is VE over VE plus VD multiplied by KE plus VD over VE plus VD multiplied by KD 1 minus T plus, oh sorry, okay. Now let's say your examiner wants to give you preference shares. So how will it change? It would be VE over VE plus VD plus value of preference shares multiplied by KE plus VD over VE plus VD plus value of preference shares multiply KD1 minus T plus VP over VE plus VD plus VP multiplied by KP, sorry, okay, we'll give you the WACC. So basically, guys, when you look at this formula, number one, it's very long. It's very lengthy, and it's something that you don't want to memorize, because memorizing, you are not understanding it, and it's going to cause difficulty to you when you're trying to recreate your answer. So what would you then do, or what should you then do? You should calculate, okay, what should you then do? You should calculate the WACC using the method that I'm going to recommend to you. But before you do that, guys, I've got something to explain about the concept of WACC, because I have already explained to you what is WACC. Here, I'm going to explain to you what is the concept of WACC, as in the calculation of it. The concept, the theory, the understanding of it, I've already explained it to you. Now it's just explaining the calculation to you, all right? So to explain the calculation, how do I explain this calculation? Number one, you must remember we are calculating weighted average cost of capital. So when I say weighted average, basically you are calculating the average cost of capital weighted according to their market value. What does that mean? That means you are seeing what is the return for your KE as a percentage of the total sources of finance or the total capital of your company. So you are weighing your KE according to the weightage over total capital. Similarly, you are calculating the weightage of the KD, or you are calculating the KD according to the weightage of total total sources of finance, and similarly the preference shares. So weighted average, what is the weightage that I use? I'm using the weightage of the market values of the instruments that I have, or the market values of the sources of finance that I have. So basically, you can see when you calculate VE over VE plus VD plus VP, basically guys, you are calculating what is the proportion of equity as a percentage of total sources of finance. Okay, basically that's what you're doing. Now guys, on top of that, what you are doing is, once you take this weightage, this proportion, you multiply by the KE, because that is the percentage that represents your KE. Okay, now, so isn't this simple to understand? It's simple. But the problem is that when you do something like this, it's going to take up a lot of unnecessary memory space for no reason. So unnecessary. So I would recommend you to use my method, okay, to calculate WACC, which is, okay, guys, I'm going to remind you that my drawing does not represent the actual talent of drawing that I have, okay, but yes. Oh, told you. Okay, so here would be description. Just follow guys first. Cost, sorry, COST, sorry. Cost, which I would show it in the form of K. Market value, K times MV. All right. Then what I would do is, okay, I would total up all this and this, okay. So I would get summation of K times MV, summation of MV. So WACC equals to KMV over summation of MV. This will give you the WACC percentage. Simple. So guys, do you think you need to memorize anything here? Nothing to memorize except for my table. Okay, so I don't know why I look orangey here. Okay, so what is the description? The description is the equity or ordinary shares, and then your debentures or loan notes or bond, and then preference shares. Okay, so this one you can use either, depending on the question, guys. The cost will be calculated using the DGM or DVM, or it will be calculated using the CAPM. This one is using the yield to maturity approach, which is the concept of IRR. And here you have the, oh, sorry, I forgot, here you have irredeemable as well. Here you have KP equals to D0 over PO. Okay. Once you do this, guys, you will be able to get the total market values. Okay. So how do you get the total market value? Sometimes the examiner does not give you total market value. So what you must do is you must take number of shares multiply by market value per share. Alright. So how do I calculate number of shares? To calculate number of shares, you take total nominal value over nominal value per share, basically. So for bond is the same thing. So you can, instead of using this formula, you can straight away take total nominal value, sorry, not TNB, total nominal value of bonds divided by nominal value per bond multiply by market value per bond. And here, for the cost of preference shares, total nominal value for your preference shares divided by nominal value for your preference shares multiplied by market value per preference shares. So guys, no need to memorize. You just need to understand the concept. The concept is, how do you find the nominal value of your shares, bonds, or preference shares that would be given in your exam? How do you calculate the number of bonds, shares, or preference shares? You take the total nominal value. Where do you get this total nominal value information? Hold on. Yeah, this one. How do you get this information? This information, guys, I'm going to write it here, highlighted in here. Actually, you will get it from the SOFP. Okay, so normally the examiner will show you the SOFP, and from that SOFP, you need to calculate what is the number of bond shares or preference shares, multiply by the market value, you would get your total market value. Now, another thing that I want to remind you, consistency. Remember, I always remind you about consistency. Why? Because consistency is very, very, very important. When I say very important, why is it very important? Because now, when you are using your CBE, you must make sure that you use the appropriate values. That means for your cost, you either show it in percentage or you show it in decimal. Either one. If 1%, 1 decimal, 1%, you will get the wrong answer. So please write yourself a reminder. All costs should be consistent. Either percentage or decimal. Please remember that, guys. Don't forget, because this is very important. If you get this wrong, you are losing marks for no reason. Don't waste your easy marks. WACC is an easy topic. Do not waste your easy marks. Okay? Now, so With this, actually, guys, I'm going to tell you, do not use this concept. Use my table. If your lecturer asks you to use the formula method, then please follow your lecturer because they are marking your paper. But I'm telling you, examiner accepts this formula. My students have been using it for the years and years I've been teaching them. So if they use this and they can pass the paper, they can get 80 plus marks. Why not you? Right? So always remember, choose the easy way out for yourself. And the easy way out is for you to get all the easy marks so that you can pass the paper. Yeah. So guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch to the other screen, the one that has your practice questions here. We have finished all the rest, right? All right. Nice. Okay, guys, I will teach you how to do this first, and then we will learn how to do CBE later. All right, don't worry, I will still teach you. Okay, so about this question, he asks you to calculate the returns to investor on equity and on debt, and he asks you to calculate the WACC. So guys, what you do, yes, you should know this by now. So draw the format first. Sorry guys, this takes time because I'm drawing freehand. But don't worry, in your exam, because you are using Excel, it's so much easier for you. You don't even have to draw, you just need to label everything. Okay, so description. K, so remember I say cost is K and I'm not going to say cost anymore. MV, KMV. So equity, or you can say ordinary shares. And then you have debt. Okay, so when you talk about K of ordinary shares, now we go and read the question. So JPLC is financed as follows. So equity, you have $5 million $1 shares quoted at 250. Guys, come diff, okay, on which a constant dividend of 32 cents per share is about to be paid. Okay, that means here, come diff, constant dividend about to be paid 32 cents. All right, let's label the information. This is nominal value. This is total number. This is market value. But to find POX diff, maybe guys, sorry, I'm going to do this. POX diff equals to 2.50 minus 0.32. This is D0. Your debt is $4 million, 8% debentures quoted at 92x interest. Tax rate is 30%. So here, you need to find the number of bonds. How you find number of bonds is equals to 4 million divided by 100. Remember, I've taught you this. Okay. 8% is interest. 92 is market value. This is your tax rate. So how do I calculate? So to calculate KE, KE equals to 0.32 over 2.50 minus 0.32. So my KE is 14.68%. Now, guys, here I need to do a separate working one, because it's too long and it will look messy if I do it up there. So, working one, KD, year, cash flow, discount factor at 5%, PV, discount factor at 10%, PV. Year, oh, sorry, I forgot to check whether it's redeemable or not. It's not redeemable, it's irredeemable. Okay, remember to check that now, guys. If not, then you will make this careless mistake also by yourself. Okay, so this is an irredeemable debt. Why I say irredeemable? Because he never tell me whether it's redeemable or not. So KD equals to 8, 1 minus 0.3 over 92. So your KD equals to 6.1%. Now, market value of equity, 5 million multiplied 2.50, guys, minus 0.32. Always use ex-diff information. 10.9 million. Here, 8 multiplied 0.7, sorry. 4 million divide by 100 multiply by 92. 3.68 million. Okay. Now guys, remember I told you, if you use percentage, you multiply by percentage. If you use decimal, you multiply by decimal. So I'm going to take 3.68 multiply 6.1. Here is 22.45. Here will be 10.9 multiply 14.68. So this is 160.01. So guys, total up this 22.45 plus 160.01. You get 182. Oh, sorry. 182.46. You total this up, you should get 10.9 plus 3.68. 14.58. So WACC equals to 182.46 over 14.58. 12.5%. Okay guys, so your WACC here is 12.5%. Easy, right? It's actually easy. It's just that I explain a lot, so it looks like it's difficult, but it's not. It's actually easy. It's quite straightforward. Let's do the other example as well. Okay. Calculate the WACC. KPLC is financed as follows. So you have equity of 10 million, $1 shares. 320 ex dividend is 20%. Dividend growth rate. Now he give you G. So this is your P0, D0, G. You have 6 million debt, 10% debentures, 105x interest. This is a redeemable bond. It is redeemable in 6 years' time at a premium of 10%. Corporate tax is 30%. Okay. So again, guys, whenever you want to do a question like this, please draw your table. Okay, so description. K MV, K times MV, equity, which is your ordinary share, and your debt. Okay, so here I'm just going to do working 1, working 2 so that it looks neat. All right, just so that it looks neat, no other reason. Workings. Number 1, calculate your KE using the dividend growth model or the dividend valuation model. So KE equals to D01 plus G over PO plus G. So what is the information? 0.2, 3.2, and 8%. So 0.2, 1.08, 3.2, 0.08. 0.2 plus 1 multiply 1.08 over 3.2 plus 0.08. So my KE is 14.75%. So scroll up. 14.75%. Now your debt, guys, please pay attention to your debt. Market value 105. Redeemable at a premium 10%. Okay. Working number 2. Cost of debt. So year cash flow. Discount factor at 5%. PV. Discount factor at 10%. PV. Year 0, 1 to 6 and 6, you would issue this at market value. This will be 10, 1 minus 0.3, redeem at a premium of 10%. So 110, how I do this is 100 multiply 1.10. My discount factor 1.000, guys, by now you should be able to do this very fast, faster than me already. Okay. 1.05 to the power of negative 6, 0.746, 5.076. Here is 3.55. Okay. This is 19.39. Okay, now 1.10 to the power of negative 6 is 0.564. 4.355105. 4.355, 30.49, 60.04. Okay, guys, I think I've got a calculation error here. 7 multiply 5.076. This should be 35.53. Decimal place error, sorry. Okay. 12.59. Okay. Now, KD equals to 5 plus 12.59 over 12.59 minus 12.47 multiply by 5. So 12.59 plus 12.47, 12.59 over the answer, multiply 5 plus 5. So I got 7.51%. So I'm going to apply everything up here. 7.51%. Now, to calculate the total market value of equity, 10 multiply 3.20 is equals to 3.2 multiply 10, 32 million. And then for my debt is 6 divided by 100 multiply by 105. 6.3 million. So 6.3 multiply 7.51. 32 multiply 14.75. Add it both together. Here is 38.3. 13.56%. Okay, guys. Simple, easy peasy. It's actually quite easy. When I teach you how to do it in Excel, you guys will realize how much more simple it actually is. Okay. Now, simple, straightforward, easy. You get 12 marks for free. No issue, no problem. Okay, guys. So this is just simple calculation. The calculation gets more difficult in your exam question. Okay. So the next video would be a tutorial session on about 2 to 3 questions on how you calculate the weighted average cost of capital according to the examiner's style. Okay, so watch the next video for you to obtain more information on calculation of WECC. Bye-bye.